How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to yet another weekly warehouse update. Super exciting week this week. If you haven't already checked out our app, you might have missed out on some of the notifications because a lot of the stuff I'm about to go over actually dropped earlier in the week. So our app is getting notifications when new stuff is hitting the site. So if you like to stay in the know so you don't miss out on things like the Sexton Firebirds I'm about to show you, then check them out in the app. So Foundation Disc Golf, just search on the App Store or Google Play. We also go live every week. You can get early access to the weekly warehouse you're watching. You get our live stream version of it also Friday morning. So check all of that out. But let's kick it off here. So first off, we have Sexton Firebirds. So this is this year's Sexton Firebird on the site. Typical color glow. These are Halo Firebirds. They feel great. The Sexton Firebird's typically a little bit straighter than your normal overstable Firebird. I also noticed this year they have like a special embossing on the bottom of like the Nate Sexton. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick that up or not.
It's trying.
But it's sick.
It might be able to see
There's
it.
something there. So a bunch of different colors though. Those are fun. We also earlier this week had the first run Matteo Signature Tide drop from Westside. This feels like a decently overstable 12-speed. Westside, sometimes their drivers can get a little flippy. So I'm imagining this one's actually going to be true to numbers. So we're about to test it out in the field to see if that's actually true. But the Westside Tide. Then from Latitude, we have their Royal Line Sweep dropped this week. Supposed to be a little bit less stable than like a Thunderbird. Should be less stable than their Honor, I believe, is what's currently. They're like overstable 9-speed. Should be a little bit less stable than that. Feels incredible in their hand. Absolutely love the Royal Line plastic. And the Sweep just released. That's going to be a sick one. And then we have the Castaplast Tour Series. So we have their Tour Team Joseph Anderson K1 Hard lots or loots. I forget how you're supposed to say it. We got a bunch of different lots, but we have the Joseph Anderson Tour Series there. We've got the Annika Steen. This is actually an interesting one because she is on the mold team, which means she's not on Team Castaplast. She's just on Team Rico. And I actually noticed this on her polo on the sleeve. It just says Rico X. So she's on the mold team. She's sponsored by this disc, not by Castaplast, because I think she's with the retailer as her main sponsor. So that's unique. You can check that out to pick sponsor, not to sponsor her. You're not sponsoring her. Castaplast. Moving on over to Discraft, we have the Ledgestone Wave 2 dropped earlier this week. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'm going to highlight some of the heavy hitters. First off, the Solid ESP Passion is exactly what it sounds like. But what the Solid ESP Passion also comes with is this absolutely insane triple foil stamp. So you have that like matte gray, black. Not all of them are this. Well, they're all that stamp, but they have like different foil combos. Like look at this guy. And that's insane. Such a cool triple foil stamp. You also have these are some color shift ESP onyxes. So what that really means is they have that like color shift glimmer in there. So as the light hits it, you can tell more in the sunlight. But as the light hits it, it has this like, well, color shift nature to it with a really cool double foil stamp there. We got some CT Jawbreaker Swarms. They're a lot of fun. We also have a brand new plastic blend I've never seen, which is Rubber Blend Swirl Zones. So those are fun. I didn't know they could do Rubber Blend Swirl, but they can. What else we got? So down here we have some of the similar like Solid ESP Heats with a fun stamp on there. We have some ESP Glow Sparkle Surges. Some these are the really fun ones. Crystal Glow Flex Zone OS's with this fun little cartoon stamp on there. So a lot of really fun stuff from Ledgestone. If you're a Discraft thrower, you're going to want to check those out.
Okay, another really big drop going on this weekend. This is one you're going to want to get on quick. We have a limited restock of the personality molds. That means my caches here, great overstable putters. If you haven't thrown them in this glow, I believe this is their color glow plastic. We've got Conman Shawnmans, everybody's favorites. The Shamans are... We have a pretty good variety of them and in some insane colors. So you're going to want to check these out.
Like the sick green.
Yeah, this is like the only one. I think this is the only green one, though. And
that is sick.
stack.
You know what?
So,
I take it back.
But we have some like really cool blues, blacks, golds. But I picked this one because it's literally the only one like it. So if you get this one, it's one of this shipment. So and we also have Birdie Hunter MD3s as well. So these are all three kind of the trilogy of personality discs that we've been running. And this is a very limited restock. So you're going to want to get them quick because there's usually some time between drops with these things. Who knows? Maybe you won't see them until Black Friday. We're not really sure yet. So it could be a while. So make sure you grab one if you want to. Caches, Shamans, and Birdie Hunters. Grab one of each. There's just a limited amount of each of them.
All right, it's time to let you in on the 2 and 3 disc subscription box for this month. So If you're already a subscriber, you should have just got them shipped to you. They might have actually already came in today, but if you're not a subscriber, there's some that are available right now. And we're super excited. I teased it a little bit earlier in the month. We're super excited to be working and collaborating with Discraft and Ezra Robinson on this month's box. So what you're in for if you have the 2-disc box and the 3-disc box, your first 2 discs are going to be, first off, these are Z Zones. I believe there's also a bunch of different colors of these with this scorecard tells no tales. Let me get one of the white ones. So this, we previously ran it on ESP Maltas, ESP Glow Maltas, and now this stamp, we had a really limited amount of those, basically only at MCO, and then I think like 20 hit the site after MCO, and so that's the only time this stamp's been out there, was on the Malta. So we brought it over to the Z Zone here. These turned out awesome. Great feeling zone. These actually have a little flex. It might be crystal flex zones, from being honest, but they feel incredible. So scorecards tell no tale on the zone, and then the next one down is the stock ESP Buzz with the Peach Pirate overstamp. So these also are sick. So it's just stock Buzz, stock ESP Buzz with Ezra's Peach Pirate overstamp. So that's what the 2-disc box will get. Then if you get a 3-disc box, it adds in another custom stamp disc, which is the Z Undertaker, which Ezra loves, with his pirate flag logo on here. So the Ezra Robinson Peach Pirate battered flag logo on a Z Undertaker. And this is a great run of Z Undertakers. When it gets a little opaque like this, sometimes you can get scared it's going to be slick. This actually feels like the new Z they've been putting out that has a really great grip on it. So this is some of the best feeling Z I've ever felt. I'm really excited with the direction Z Plastics heading, and this feels awesome. So these Undertakers are incredible. So that's the 3rd disc you get, and then the 3rd disc for the 3-disc box also earns you a swag item, which are temporary tattoos. So you have a foundation and the Peach Pirate temporary tattoos. So again, the Undertaker and the swag item only comes in the 3-disc box. The other 2 discs are in the 2-disc and the 3-disc box. So you can check those out. We should just had some hit the site. Or if you already have them on your way, that's what you're going to be getting in. So super excited for this month's box.
All right, got something very cool to show you that's been in the works for a while now. So if you follow our YouTube channel, we've been playing a game for a little bit now called Crazy Caddy. We've worked with them. Basically a spinner game that kind of modifies your disc golf round. Well, we collaborated with them to come out with our own edition of the game. This is the Foundation Disc Golf Crazy Caddy. We're super pumped. We've been working on this for a while. You've got the Foundation logo in the middle of the spinner, and we kind of made it to be sort of Foundation video themed. We really wanted to get crazy, so some of the slots you've got here, slowest disc, roller, flippiest disc, upside down, jump putt, offhand. There's a bunch of fun modifiers. Basically, you can kind of make this game work however you want. Some people will just spin it for every tee shot, and that'll be how they throw. Some people will spin it for every shot they throw during a round. You could make only the winner of the hole or loser of the hole spin the Crazy Caddy. There's so many things you can do with it. It clips on your bag. It's got clear instructions for each caddy tip on the back, and the best part about this thing is we included the ice cream slot on there. That's another one that if you've watched our videos, you understand why that's there. If not, you're going to have to check out our wheel videos to get in on the ice cream joke. But that's the coolest part of this. My son actually picked this up the other day off my bag and was just thrilled that there was ice cream on it and only wanted to spin the ice cream. So make sure to check these out. We have a limited quantity of these. They'll probably go pretty quick. So grab a Crazy Caddy Foundation Edition and spice up your disc golf round.
Now, at the beginning of the show, I talked about how you might be missing out on some stuff if you don't have the app. Well, here's another thing that you just missed out on, unfortunately, but you can make sure you never miss out on it again, which is our text deal. So this week's text deal, everyone got access to some of our used discs. So
people always asking for us to sell
people always
used
are
discs.
asking to sell used discs, and a lot of times what we do is through our text deals. I mean, look at these MD3s. I'm jealous of them, mainly because I can't throw the MD3 anymore, but all kinds of old Yuli Raptor, all kinds of gorgeousness and that went out. Look at that Get Freaky. That thing's beat to shreds. So people got a heck of a deal on the premium plastic used disc this week. And if you want to make sure you don't miss out on opportunities like that, head over to our Instagram, Foundation Disc Golf on Instagram, and just DM us the word deals. You do that, it'll message you back, ask for your phone number, send you a text. You'll be in. And what's cool about this program is you get a text every Wednesday at 5, and all you have to do is just reply with how many you want. So it just said, like, text deal this week, used disc, premium used disc for like $10. Respond how many you want. You respond with 2. Once you have your card on file, boom, it's shipping straight to your door. It's just that simple. It's the most frictionless way to buy. But if that's something you're interested in, you're not in yet, head over our Instagram, just DM us the word deals. You'll get signed up. Other than that, we'll be back next week to let you know about all the other new stuff coming in the warehouse.